Pressure. Some on these gas get hectic. I put my bitch in the best shit. Wanna act goofy, stretch quick. Pressure. Some on these gas get hectic. I put my bitch in the best shit. Wanna act goofy, stretch quick.
Try to drain my energy, the enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me, I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this, freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus, living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it, go on and take your aim. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I can change the past with the love.
Come on, get your head right. Won't you give me the feedback? Be up in the club. That's right. Come on. One for the, two
Yo, what's the motherfucking deal, YouTube? This your boy, Coach Dante, in the motherfucking building, here with an edition of Coach's Corner. I know y'all haven't seen this in a little while. Been a little busy with NBA, playoffs. Very excited, man. Got a birthday coming up in a couple of days, Saturday. So again, I'm still gonna be dropping some content for you guys, man, over there. Some live streams, hopefully late night live stream. Then I got a live stream my boy Robert. I got a live stream my boy Robert on the 29th. I gotta watch the suck ass gamblers. Go at it. You already know. So what's good, my boy Ern? So again, I got three good contestants. One coming later, one coming on later, and that's Coach Spotlight. But I want to get something out of my chest before I bring these guys in, these great group of guys in, the family. Miami ought to be a goddamn shame of themselves the way they performed last night. Now, if you told me Jimmy Butler was going to struggle last night, that's part of, I'll say, not having a Kyle Lowry there the whole pretty much in the whole goddamn playoffs and not performing. And Duncan Robinson plays in the first round, and he doesn't see minutes in the second. And the Eastern Conference Finals, the man that was in your rotation in the regular season in the first round, the only time Duncan Robinson plays is when someone get hurt. And I understand the Miami Heat know what they're doing, but they look like they didn't know what they're doing They didn't know what they were doing last night. They look like they're ready to pack it up. They look like they're ready to go home. And that was a horseshit performance that they put up last night in front of them fans last night. Again, Tatum, Brown, Celtics look really strong. They look like they want to play Golden State in the NBA Finals. So give a big shout out to Coach Ime Udoka and how the team performed last night. My boy Robert did that game, but it was a horseshit performance by the Miami Heat and the performance by Jimmy Butler last night. And Coach Eric Spoelstra, I mean, you don't play Duncan Robinson no more, a guy that can shoot the basketball. I know Tyler Hero was hurt last night. The only way you seem like you can play the man is when someone goes down. Kyle Lowry, you might well just sit his ass down. He ain't healthy. He ain't healthy, so you might well just sit his ass down and let the other guys out there that is healthy ready to play. But I need this Miami Heat team to goddamn show up in Boston. They didn't show up last time in Boston. They damn sure didn't show up last night. I don't know if that was the ghost of Jimmy Butler or the ghost of goddamn Miami, but something ain't looking right with this Miami team. They got swept by the Milwaukee Bucks a year before last year. They got swept by Milwaukee. After beating Milwaukee, embarrassing Milwaukee in the bubble to get to the finals, they get swept by them last year. They get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and all of a sudden, they get Kyle Lowry. They hit payday on him. Look like they're gonna be a championship contender team. But Kyle Lowry goes down. All of a sudden, he doesn't play in the playoffs. Rotations, guys that you had in rotations throughout the whole regular season. They're not in the rotation no more in the first round. And you all to be a damn shame of yourself, Eric Spoelstra. Now get it together. You got a game in Boston. Try to win that game in Boston. But right now, it looks like Boston is by far the better team that night. So let me go ahead and bring up my contestants. I want to just bring up, get something on my chest, but that was a horseshit performance by the Boston Celtics last night, and especially by the goddamn Philadelphia Phillies. They need to call it out. Joe Girardi is head on the goddamn spike. How do you not catch a routine fly ball? How do you not catch that? I don't know. I don't understand. It look like some players on, the Philadelphia Phillies that's not ready for the major leagues. The pitching has been okay, but the run support is here and there. You got guys in the lineup that don't supposed to be in the lineup. You got guys at the leadoff spot that don't supposed to be hitting in the leadoff spot, and it's just a crapshoot with Joe Girardi. And I hope these guys business up. So let me bring up my first contestant right here. He's a Phillies fan, and he knows all about the Sixers pain and the Phillies pain. I just want to let y'all know I'm here, Coach Dante, here from y'all. I'm here to make it better, not worse for you guys. But I want to bring up my boy Robert. What's going on, Robert? How you doing?
Not too bad though, but after another disappointing game 5 between the Heat and the Celtics. Holy crap!
That's got to be some.
Thank God! If I was a coach, thank God! If I was not a basketball coach, I'll be banging my head against the wall because it's like I saw Miami was 8 for 38 from fucking 3. What the hell you go? Oh my God!
I gotta bring up my next contestant, man. She been rocking with me since the day I got into the Spotlight Sports Network. Been a hard worker, deserve a vacation, deserve to go on a vacation. Period. I don't know if it will be to another Sixers game. I don't know if it'll be there or another Flyers game because they stink right now. And now you got people saying I think Miami need a third star all of a sudden, which is they look like they goddamn do the way they been playing the last two couple of goddamn games. Come on, Eric Spoelstra, get it the hell together out there.
Hey, send Duncan Robinson over here. We'll let him play.
Doc Rivers gonna use him wrong.
Hey, I'd rather have him using wrong and actually get some playing time. That's all I care about. Right?
Key in the building. How you doing today? Key in the building. How you doing?
Dante always trolling on something.
Yeah.
He's the first to Joel Embiid at times. He knows
we got a resident Laker fan. We got do y'all do it? Y'all Slay. He finna come represent the Lakers. He represent Philadelphia. This is my guy right here, man. This is my little brother right here. This man always come through, man. Coach's corner, man. This man, Eagle content, one of the young guys, man. This guy got very good knowledge. As a young guy, he's got more knowledge than some of these goddamn grown-ups out here and stuff. And I'm happy to have him as a little brother, and I'm happy to always collab with him anytime I get a chance. Really, too. But he's a Dodgers fan as well. They doing so good. The Phillies may not be doing too good, but the Astros and Dodgers are doing good. But
at least got the stars to keep me company, at least to make me happy.
It was good. It was good, Dante.
Hey, how them A's doing, What's good, Andre? What's good, Santana? What's good, my boy? That's all. How them A's doing, How them A's doing over there? Oh, so we got a little flexure of topics that I want to put out there. Then we got a new segment that we gonna bring in. We got a new segment we're gonna bring in. Y'all gonna love that segment. Y'all gonna be seeing it a lot, but it's a fun off-season segment in the NFL based on now we know who every team is gonna play. It's gonna be a little fun set. It's gonna be a little fun setting. How the Rockets doing? Hey, they doing very good. They rebuilding. They doing very good. They rebuilding. So again, first topic, man. We're gonna get right into it. Should the Raiders give Colin Kaepernick a chance? Robert, you take it.
No. I really don't. Well, that remains to be seen because after losing Marcus Mariota, whoever they're going to be their backup quarterback is. So for me, I'm 50-50 on it.
Mm-hmm. Slay. How do they should? You think they should bring it in? You think they should bring Kaepernick in, give him a shot?
Yeah. Who do the Rockets playing? What?
We don't play tonight. We rebuilding. We rebuilding.
Hey, that's
We
tough.
rebuilding. So hey.
Hey. Anyways, though, I personally feel like Colin Kaepernick should get another opportunity. I
Mhm.
just personally feel like Colin Kaepernick should just like be like a third or second string backup. Maybe he'll compete and like add something to the quarterback room and add just a little bit more, like, I wouldn't say controversy, but just a little bit more, like a tad bit splash of like like
Mhm.
legs. I guess he gives you running ability, not the greatest accuracy, but he'll give you. He has a good arm, like down the field, like deep ball, but
Mhm.
I think like if you're trying to add another competition quarterback, he's that guy for you because he has competitive nature, bro. So I think it would make sense in a way. But I mean, I'm sick and tired of seeing like he posts practices all the time and workouts,
Mhm.
just never get signed.
Yep. Yep. Key, what you think? You think he should get another chance, and where do you think it should be with the Raiders or just somewhere else?
I mean, I think the Raiders should give him a shot only because, I understand he hasn't played since 2017. I mean, he still put up good stats. The man went to the Super Bowl. He still got a good ball. He still got a good deep ball. He still got some spiral. And he said it himself. If he's not good enough, cut him. All he wanted to change. So why
Mm-hmm.
not? Who's DC's back there? We got Jason Stidham and Trevor Simeon over there, I think. Really? I think Cat could compete for one of them.
Mm-hmm. But Robert? Would y'all start him with Robert? Would you use him? Would you use him as a backup on the Philadelphia Eagles? Would you use him as a back? Would you actually use him as a backup, or you okay with Gardner Minshew? Would y'all want him as a backup, probably as a backup or a third string backup?
I say wouldn't mind having Cap as a third stringer, but I will still keep Minshew as our second string backup.
Slay, would you be okay with it, or would you think he'll be better somewhere else?
I don't think Carson Strong's gonna be great, but he's good 3 for right now. So I would say no.
Okay. Key, would you be okay with it, or you just say he's good somewhere else? Would you be fine with it?
I'll have Cat on the team. Let Cat be on the team. He can actually help out a Jalen Hurts. Cap is still considered a vet in his league. Why not? I'll take it.
I think Cap still can play. Aaron said word going around. Cap fire is Cap impressed. I mean, like I said, I still think he can play, man. The man, holding personal workouts. In football games, sometimes he does it. At half times and stuff. I think he did one at Michigan spring game. I think he did one there over there. So I think if at least the man can get a shot. He probably don't do good, probably fit in their system to do good enough to make the team, but I definitely think he deserves a shot. I definitely think he deserves a shot with a squad. Santana said, Coach Dante, your team playing like horse shit. Hey, they is. I gotta call it how I see it. And they last 2 games, Miami Heat been terrible. They've been shit. They've been shitty. So I gotta call them how it is. I gotta hold them accountable. Especially Jimmy Butler, the way he played last night. I don't even know if Jimmy Butler even made it into the building. Wasn't even in the building. I didn't even know Jimmy.
Hey man, hey, couldn't be my team in baseball, bro. My team is too good, bro. My team.
Well, at least y'all better than.
I don't even gotta worry about anything.
At least y'all better than the Phillies. At least y'all better than them. At least y'all better.
I know damn well we better make it to the World Series, bro. If we don't make it to the World Series, bro, I'm gonna throw a tantrum. Yo, Dante, I know I didn't make one for the Auburn Tigers, but I'm gonna actually make one for the Dodgers.
Yeah, he gonna get a Dodgers a pass just like he gave Auburn a pass. He get him a pass.
Oh, they gotta win it, man. They have to. They gotta get it.
All right, so this is an interesting right here. Whoever did this one, this was a nice one. Who will get their deal first? Murray, Samuel, or Jackson? Who would get their deal first? Robert, who would get their contract extension first?
I mean, the way it's looking, I'm going to say Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray's going to be the first one to get an extension, because who knows what's going on with Deebo Samuel and Jackson at this point.
Slay, who would get their deal first? If you had to predict who would get their deal first, who you think would get it first? Dub was
You said
good.
Murray? You said Murray and who?
Okay, I said Murray, Debo Samuel, or Jackson.
Oh, Lamar.
Lamar Jackson.
I would probably
Also,
say,
I'm gonna throw another one. Terry McLaurin, because he's looking for a deal too. I'm gonna throw in another one.
I would probably have to say you said McLaurin, Debo, Kyler. I don't think it's gonna be Kyler. I think
Okay.
Kyler still has something to prove to that Cardinals organization, and that's why they won't pay him. I don't think John Lynch is gonna he's not gonna break the bank on Debo unless he sees another year of production the same way, and then he's gonna finally break the bank. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna come down to two choices. I'm gonna say Kyler Murray. No, not Kyler Murray. I'm gonna come down to McLaurin and Lamar. I
Okay.
probably think it's probably gonna be Lamar because I just personally feel like if you're gonna trade Terry McLaurin, it might take a little bit of a while to get his contract going and stuff. And I don't think Washington's gonna trade him. So maybe they ask him for like another year of production, even though he's good and he's had a couple consistent years and he really doesn't have to keep proving himself for them to actually pay him. He's had 1,000 yards ever since he's gone to the league. I would say Lamar because the Ravens normally don't break the bank on quarterbacks or players on their team. So, and Lamar will be that type of player that they will break the bank on. So I'll say Lamar.
Yeah. What Santana said, home, enjoy 2020 championship we won on y'all asses. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Burn, Santana, and both their cousins. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to Burn bringing Santana to my channel, man. That's my guy right there. Dub in the chat. Ern said Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray would get his deal first. Key, who you banking for? Who you banking for to get their deal first?
So Murray actually is looking. They were talking about the numbers in 208 range.
I know he knows that.
That means he would be the highest paid quarterback. Murray, get out of here. You're not worth no 280 because you didn't prove anything in my eyes. You didn't prove nothing. So I don't think it's gonna be no 280. But they got. I think it's gonna be Lamar. Baltimore got to get it done. They know they're not going to find another quarterback like Lamar Jackson in their franchise. I know they're not big on throwing the ball like that. They're more set on the running back by committee. So they went out and got a center to protect Lamar. You got Mike Andrews. So I think it's going to be Lamar.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to be Lamar Jackson either. I think quarterbacks will be the first one that you jump to, that will maybe that you want to pay. I don't think Kyler Murray, like I said again, I don't think Kyler Murray deserves that $280, $80 million. Like I said again, I don't like the way he played in that playoff game. I want to go on a limb and say
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even like how he played the last 5 weeks.
Especially that playoff game. He was abysmal in that playoff game. He was non-existent. I want to just say Terry McLaurin. I think Terry McLaurin means a lot to the Washington football team. If they lose him, that can be a big weight. That can be huge for Carson Wentz and taking a weapon away from him. Then now who you bring out as your number one? So you're gonna tell me Jahan Dotson is the number one wide receiver his rookie year? I think I'm rather bank on him being a number two besides being a number one early in his career around Terry McLaurin. I definitely agree with you on Lamar. I think he definitely needs to get paid. I don't think I think Arizona. I don't think they should pay him his money at all. I don't think they should pay him that 280. I don't think they should really pay him. He hasn't done enough yet.
What has he really done? Like
he hasn't really done anything.
Other than have like a couple, he's a talented player. I'm not gonna take anything away from him.
Yeah.
It's just that I personally feel like when you look at a player like Kyler Murray, he's a gritty player, tough player. It's just that I just don't personally feel like sometimes it's necessary to just ask for a contract when you only have a couple, maybe good seasons I don't think consistent seasons. He's had solid seasons.
Yeah.
But solid seasons ain't gonna cut you in the league.
Yeah,
You gotta have like I wouldn't even say franchise peak. If you want that franchise type money, you want the entire team's money, bro. You got to start putting up numbers. You got to start putting up playoff wins and wins fast.
Yep, he definitely do. Definitely agree. He said Kyler Murray might struggle without DeAndre Hopkins. He been struggling.
He did
last year. He won one game with DeAndre Hopkins. Deshaun Watson won four games without him, and he played elite, and he had great numbers. Great numbers without him. It was just the defense was so fucking bad that year. It was just astonishing. What you about to say, Rob?
If you had a better defense, bro.
Yeah.
If you had a much better defense, that's a playoff team.
Texans lost 8 close games that year. They lost.
That's a playoff team.
Games. Yeah. Go ahead, Rob. What you were gonna say?
I was just thinking too. I think also I was thinking too. Washington at times has a track record of sometimes not paying the players. So I would not be surprised if Washington decides to move on from Terry McLaurin, and that's just how Washington. That's just how I see Washington operates. Washington knows how to screw over some of the players. I mean, Terry McLaurin, hands down, is probably going to be one of the a generational type receiver. It's just something that if Washington lets him walk, like Dante said, it's going to hurt them.
Yep. I believe it's going to hurt them a lot. What's good? Future AM was good.
That's the thing, though, Dante. Yeah. I personally feel like there's a difference between Murray and Watson. Watson has proven before that he can take, you could take his number one receiver away and still be good
definitely
good off tape and still put up the statistics and look even better without him.
Murray can't.
Murray's not on that level yet. I don't think he's gotten to that point yet.
I mean, you switch places. You switch Watson and Murray. I bet that team almost beat the damn Rams with Watson.
That's why
that team almost could beat the Rams with Watson.
That's why there's a difference between a scheme fit and a really good player. A really good player can play really good on any team he goes to and still really look good wherever he goes to. Where if it's a scheme fit, he'll look good somewhere because of the scheme. But if he goes somewhere else, he'll probably look worse if the scheme isn't matched for him.
Yep. My boy Ern said Cards need they have no choice but to pay Kyler Murray. I mean again, it's almost like they don't have no choice. But again, do you really want to pay $280 million to a guy that lost you a playoff game, that can't win without your number one wide receiver? Or again, do you really want to pay a guy like that? But like I say again, it's the quarterback situation, man. Like I say, if the guy with any type of talent, like potential, transcendent talent like Kyler Murray, he has the potential. He's not a star quarterback. He's a very good quarterback. He's been
very inconsistent throughout his entire career. I mean, he has some good seasons, but it's very inconsistent, Yeah. And that's the thing too with Arizona, as good as they were. But they're not as good as without DeAndre Hopkins. Hell, even their defense was not the best when J.J. Watt went down. So it shows sometimes their star players cannot stay healthy.
Yeah, like I say, I'm not saying I disagree with you though, Aaron. I think they're gonna try to find a way to pay Kyler Murray his money. I think they're gonna take the bait to try to pay Kyler Murray his money, but to say he deserved it, I don't think he deserves that money at all. The way he's performed. He said Cars can always get Baker Mayfield or Cam. You talk like that's Damien with that crap right there.
I'll say this too, but Cam at this point of his career, he should just call it quits at this point because he's not the same quarterback as he once was. Number one, the fact that
Cam Newton will make a good head coach. Not a good head coach.
A quarterback's coach.
A good quarterback's coach because he's so energetic and has that
That is true, but he's got to learn. He's got to start tell quarterbacks, not to learn how to dive for the ball, and especially in big moments. Hello, Super Bowl 50. Come on now. You're what 6'5", 6'6", 245, 250 pounds. You can't dive for the football and take a beating. Jeez Christ.
The teams are not developing at young play, not good at developing young players. For example, the Jacksonville
That is true.
Jaguars.
Yeah.
I love them, but they cannot develop nothing at all.
It's the ownership. It's the ownership. Shah Khan can't do jack shit with them.
I mean, but like I say, man, Colin Murray, like I said, man, he got to step up. He got to prove that he can be that transcendent guy that Arizona wanted to be. I mean, Arizona going to find a way to pay him. They're going to pay him his money. They're going to definitely
Absolutely.
pay him his money. I
Wait
mean,
a minute. Wait. Stop.
Huh?
Did Damien just say
Oh shit.
that? Yeah. Did he just say that?
Yeah, I think he did.
hold on, Damien. What is I'm seeing? What I'm seeing? Is I'm seeing? What I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Cam and hold on, Damien. Hold
Hang
on.
on. Let me
I got something for you right now. You think about that. You think about that comment that you just put down right there.
Right in the kitty corner.
I'm not gonna.
Wait, what did
I
he
love
say?
you, Damien. I love you, Damien. You've been supporting us, but hey, you got to sit in timeout. You got to roll.
Wait,
So, like,
wait,
he's
wait,
basically made a comment saying, that Cam and Baker are so much better than Kyler Murray.
They're
That
not
was the-
so much
Yeah,
better than
yeah,
him.
he's bugging.
Now, Cam Newton probably had a better. Cam Newton probably got him by longevity.
Yes.
Longevity, probably, but now not way better. And Baker damn sure ain't better than no Kyler Murray. I don't know.
I mean, obviously, career-wise, Cam Newton's better.
Yeah, like
Oh,
no,
yeah, that's what Dante was
But
saying.
we're saying
That's why I
right
say
now,
you
what
know,
makes him way better? Cam Newton's not
Cam
even
can't even get a job.
Cam
Cam
Newton's not even on the
can't even get a
team.
job in the NFL right now. So
Yeah.
I keep saying, oh, this is an interesting right here, y'all. All right, we're gonna start with Robert up on this one. Who will have the better second year? Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, or Matt Jones? Or I'm gonna throw Justin Fields in there.
Ooh.
Can we say Trey Lance too?
Huh?
Trey Lance too?
Well, Trey Lance didn't play last
Trey
year.
Lance technically didn't play last year, so you can't
Well, technically, he only played a few games last
Yeah, he
year.
only played a few games, but I ain't seen him enough just to,
Yeah, that's like a very short sample size. So we got
Hold up. You're saying like how can he be
Who's
good
going?
this year? Or are you
No,
saying like
who's going to have a better second year?
like better bounce back year. They all struggle. All of these quarterbacks that's on the top.
wait,
of the
Max. There's no way that
Matt Jones though.
Ooh,
You know,
that's what I'm saying because Mac Jones had a great year last year.
no, Mac
Even
Jones.
though he
Mac
did-
Jones didn't. Mac Jones
It
didn't have
was
a great
good,
year.
Jeremy.
Mac Jones had a solid year.
Jeremy, if you want to come up, you can. I'll send you the link.
Ooh, damn. Jeremy said the Jaguars can't develop film right now.
Yeah, go ahead, Robert. Who you picking?
So we got Mac Jones, Justin Fields,
Zach
Trevor
Wilson
Lawrence,
and Trevor Lawrence. Yeah.
I want to say Zach Wilson based on the fact that what the Jets did in the draft, actually getting some more weapons, and I feel like Denzel Mims is out on his way out of the Jets because let's be real, I just feel like Denzel Mims has not lived up to the potential that he would have had. Because granted, I mean, injuries played a factor, but just he hasn't really shown me to be that one of the better weapons that they have. So I mean, look, they still got Elijah Moore.
Get a chance this year though, because he has had injuries in the past. So this year it just makes more sense to utilize him more.
Because it can come down to one of two things. I mean, I feel like Field is going to, because I feel like Mac Jones is going to build off an amazing rookie year. So I won't say
He had
Mac
an
Jones.
okay rookie year. I think
he had a solid rookie year, but he can still build off of that. I feel like it's going to come down to Zach Wilson and Justin Fields, depending on what the Bears are going to do. Since they actually finally, and I know Gooley's probably happy since it's like finally addressed the goddamn offensive line instead of make him run, try not to pull a Russell Wilson, not make him run for his damn life. So it's good. So I would say it's going to come down to Zach Wilson and Justin Fields is my choice.
All right, Key, who you got? Who you think gonna have this better year, second year?
I'm gonna go on a limb and say Trevor Lawrence, only because Trevor Lawrence now they addressed the offensive line, they addressed pieces on receiver wise. ATN is coming back, he's cleared finally. You can see what he's gonna do. I just feel like Doug Peterson and that organization put him in the driver's seat now. I'm not saying he's gonna be MVP and take the Jags to Super Bowl. No, I'm not saying that. I just think he's going to have a better year than he did last year. Because last year he was horrible. He was absolute garbage last year. Jesus Christ.
Not to mention too, Doug Pierce. So their OC is also Press Taylor too. So good luck. So Jaguars could be good luck with that. Woo.
Not
As it
Press
goes-
Taylor.
Yeah, he's on the coaching staff for
And
Doug
the
Pearson.
piggyback
God
off
have
what you
mercy
said,
on Trevor Lawrence.
Piggyback what you said, Robert, about Denzel Mims. Karma's a
Karma's a
That's what
bitch.
happens.
Mhm.
That's what happens when you say this city's trash and you would never want to play for the Eagles. Well, look what happened. You ain't playing for the Jets either.
Ah.
JETS just in the season.
And not to mention they got probably definitely a future top 10 receiver in Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. I mean, some of the moves that the Jets have made. I mean,
Well, let's see how he plays first before we even say future top 10.
oh yeah, absolutely. But it's just like it just seems like for me, I feel like with the moves that the Jets made, I have a feeling they're gonna. I feel like Denzel's might fall down on the depth chart a little bit.
Yep. So he said, everybody say Trevor Lawrence is overrated. Boy, I'm getting the same thing, boy. And if he have a bad year this year, if he have another bad struggle,
If he has a bad year, absolutely.
You can definitely say
As
that.
and I'll say as a Clemson guy, I can get behind that because he brought all that up.
Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
Because Lawrence brought all that hype as the number one overall pick. If he doesn't produce in the year 2, yeah, he's so definitely overrated. And I really hate to say it
I still think Lawrence is overrated as of right now. I mean,
hey, I'm not mad at that.
Dude, how can you say someone is as like at the point of where Andrew Luck is in terms of like how a quarterback is supposed to be and get away with it? And after I understand that he had a bad rookie year and Peyton Manning has had that too. But guess what? Peyton Manning was high for everyone because Peyton Manning actually performed and showed that he was that good. And he was this blue chip player. I'm not saying Trevor Lawrence wasn't out of college, but what made him so like special and different from like a Luck, and what made him just so much better than Luck? Like
because
I don't
he
understand.
he looks like Sunshine from the Titans. That's
Oh,
why.
jeez.
And I know why they said that, Key, because he's tall. That's it. That's
Hey.
all they'll say, because he's tall.
Yeah, I got the German.
And
Someone said
that's the
German
thing,
later.
they also say he's tall and he also he's like also a gunslinger too at the same time.
And also, I want to remind Trevor Lawrence played with top-notch wide receivers in college as well. Justin Ross, he played with. Did he play with Kane as well? He played with Kane.
He played with Amari Rodgers too. Amari
Rodgers. I think T. Higgins was still there at the time. No, wait a minute. T. Higgins was already out of
No,
college.
T. Higgins
was there.
out.
T. Higgins was
out. Yes, he was. T. Higgins was out. Yeah, you
Yeah,
right.
T. Higgins was still there. You still had who wasn't because you had Amari Rodgers. You had Justin Ross,
Etienne too. Travis
Etienne, the running back. Finally, it's good to see Justin Ross finally getting a chance. After just all that shit has gone. I'll just say that much. I mean, I'm looking forward to see what Justin Ross can do. I'm very high. I like that kid in college.
Yeah, to answer your question, Dante, mine is Zach Wilson. I feel like it's gonna be Zach Wilson because I haven't always been high on Zach Wilson. I'm gonna be honest, when he came out of college, I liked him. I didn't think he was great though. But now, from what the Jets did this offseason, based off his talent and how good I think he can be and the potential, the arm type and like what he can do with his improvising skills, I think Zach Wilson in this Jets offense with that offensive coordinator, especially from last year when we played them, their offense was like just so like yards after the catch heavy. And now that you got a couple running backs, Breece Hall, Michael Carter, you got Corey Davis back, You also have Elijah Moore, who's going into year 2, coming off of a good rookie season, and you added CJ Uzomah through free agency. So, and you got Gardner, Johnson, Wilson, and who else did they get? They already got CJ Mosley, right? So
yeah, it's got Mosley.
Good, bro. They are good.
Their defense hasn't really. That's the thing too. I mean, the Jets, and I say this too about the Jets too. Like the moves that they made, I don't think the Jets are going to be as bad as people think they are. I think they're taking that one step in the right direction. At the same time, but I still haven't finished them dead last, but I still see there's going to be an improvement in their record. maybe 7-10. No, that's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah,
I say 5-12 at best.
yeah. So we
Five
got
and- what?
we got
Hell
a
no.
we got another
5-12 at
Go ahead.
best. I think 7 or
You
8.
got 7-10.
Yeah, 9 at best, but not. Damn, 5.
Yeah,
That's like
no.
the Giants right there.
So we got another guest in backstage, man. A play-by-play guy, a friend of mine who just got back to the network. Smart is a Denver Broncos fan, a San Francisco Giant fan, man. He's also a Rocket fan as well. He's also a Rocket fan, but he's more of a Denver Nugget guy.
Yeah, Nuggets.
So we're gonna bring up to the building my boy Jeremy. How you doing, Jeremy?
That's good, Jeremy.
What's going on?
What's good? What's good, Jeremy? Hey,
Key, why are you being a homer, Key? Why is Key being a homer? I know damn well she didn't say that Trevor Lawrence is going to have a better year because of Doug Peterson. I know she's not talking about all that. That's that homer. That's that homer and Key. That's all I'm going to say about that. And,
speaking of that, Jeremy, who do you think will have the better year out of these guys? You know, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Matt Jones, Justin Fields. Who do you think will have the better season, second-year season?
the clear-cut winner is Mac Jones. It is Mac Jones. Did you not see what he did last year? Was anybody paying attention to the New England Patriots at all?
Yep.
I know they're not the powerhouse of the AFC East again. I understand that. But damn, dude, for a first-year dude to come in and do that with Bill Belichick, come on now. Come on. He's way ahead. He's got one of the best coaches in the game coaching him. I mean, come on. One of the greatest coaches of all time. I know that Belichick, he really can't, make everybody Tom Brady, but he can make them pretty damn close.
Yep, he did have a pretty solid season. Like I said, he was number one, and he was the number one rookie quarterback. Davis Mills was the second best rookie quarterback with nothing around.
Honestly, you could argue Davis Mills was the best quarterback.
I mean, like I said again, I can argue that as well because, like I said again, Matt Jones was phenomenal, but Davis Mills did struggle early on the season, but he came on late during the season. But Matt Jones really got him by games. He played more games, played around a better system, but there's no doubt he did have a very solid year for a rookie. Like I say, even though he was put in the right, he just landed in the right position. Everybody thought the 49ers was going to really pick him. They picked the Trey Lance. So, again, go ahead.
It's proven time and time again through NFL history, man. You're not going to get the best out of your quarterback unless you surround him with the proper pieces. Yep. I mean, look at Jacksonville. How many damn number one picks has Jacksonville had with the number one quarterback? How many of them? How many of them could they not turn out? Just quarterback after they ain't got no talent. Nobody wants to come play down there. Everybody wants to play golf in Jacksonville, Florida. Nobody wants to play football in Jacksonville, Florida. Nobody.
Damn,
nobody.
Woo! Jeremy going off.
It's hot as hell. Who the hell would want to play football in Jacksonville, Florida? Nobody.
Hey, welcome to Swamp. Hey, it can't be worse if you're playing in Las Vegas, the Swamp Ass Central. So
I mean, yeah. I mean, everybody's gonna make that argument. Well, Tom went to Tampa. Man, that's Tampa Bay. You see all the talent they got down there?
They got a great talent. Tristan
They
Wirfs.
threw Antonio Brown to the curb like he was nothing. That's Antonio Brown. And they still competed for a Super Bowl. Come on, man. Mac Jones is clearly going to be the best rookie quarterback out of any of those people,
ECG?
man.
What's up, ECG, man? If you want to come up, I'll send you.
Yeah, can we get ECG?
This Jeremy. This how I know, because my boy ECG is a fan of Jacksonville, and he says literally say what you say. But he realistic though. He not he realistic. He the one. He don't even like Trevor Lawrence. He don't even like Trevor Lawrence. He thought Trevor Lawrence was overrated, so he'll tell you himself.
No.
He'll tell you himself.
Trevor Lawrence is Tim Tebow great value. That's what he is. He's a great value.
Tim Tebow. He don't like him. He'll tell you himself.
Yeah,
Did you
God.
just call
He
him
said
the
people-
Walmart version of Tim Tebow?
Hey, Key.
He is. He's sunshine on Remember the Titans. Sunshine.
What you
Sunshine.
What you went with those sunshine for?
Hey,
Sunshine. That's who he is.
Hey, Key, you know what ECG said on AK Stream? He said people are interested in jumping in the Jacksonville pool and watching the game because they so bad. That's what he said.
That's damn right.
That's his team. That's his own team. And he'll just fucking do the way the dude said.
The lifeguard sitting at the pool has a better life than the guys on the field playing the game. Okay? Because he at least he's got something else to look at every now and again besides the Jacksonville Jaguars getting absolutely reamed week in and week out there in the hot-ass Florida sun. No. Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
I agree 110%.
Yeah,
he'll
tell you that too.
Look, I know the Jaguars had the little flurry in '95 when they came to Denver and they got that one lucky little win with Mark Brunell and Fred Taylor and all of them. I get it, one lucky little win, but since then, man, it's been sad.
No, remember
It's just been sad.
Remember they went to the AFC Championship game with Calais Campbell and all them.
And Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
And Blake Bortles.
That team just fell apart after that. Right after that, that team just fell fat.
That was Saxonville. You're welcome again, Jacksonville Jaguars, for us giving you Malik Jackson. You're very welcome. Right off the heels of a Super Bowl performance. So you're welcome for that. Miles Jack was good. Who else they have? Calais Campbell. They had they had a pretty stellar defense that year.
Yeah, they had my boy AJ Bouye who went to the Texans, and after he went to Jacksonville.
Yeah, and they also had
one year. He had that one good year. They were no one.
They had what was his name? He was number 50. Paul
Posluszny. They had Posluszny over there. Yo, that's him.
I
remember.
Penn State guy.
I was looking right now.
And I just realized this too, man. The Broncos, we just threw Bouye out like he was nothing. We just tossed him out we were like, nope, you don't fit here. Bye.
The Texans had him,
man.
Dante Texans had him, right?
Yo, we developed him. We developed him. And he was good. His last year, he was good. Him and Jonathan Joseph together was good. Then guess what? He walked.
Oh, yes, sir.
He went to the Jags. He went to the Jaguars. And after that, Slay, you got him. After that, he went to the Jags, and then he played a good year over there. And then the next year, no more the same and everything. Malik Jackson, all of them was no more the same after that. Then now he just bouncing around. So his last good year, guess what, was in Houston. That was his last very good year that Bouye stepped up. But yeah, we gonna move on though. For this, when ECG come up here, I'm gonna ask him the question. But we gonna move on. Okay. Which back will have a bounce back year? We're gonna start with Robert. Derrick Henry, Kamara, Elliott, or McCaffrey. Go ahead, Robert.
Oh, for me, it's going to come down to Derrick Henry and McCaffrey. The only issue I would have with McCaffrey, can he stay healthy? Same argument can be said for Henry, but I feel like Henry's going to have
it's his hamstrings, bro. That man, he needs to loosen up his hamstrings.
But for me, I say go with Derrick Henry because I feel like Zeke has not been the same self because I don't think he's ever going to be the same player as he once was. And Camaro, who knows? Especially with that off the field incident.
I'm gonna go with you, Slay.
Yeah, for me it's Henry. I'm sorry. I just personally feel like Henry is just like out of these guys, he's the best player between him, Kamara, and McCaffrey. McCaffrey, the thing with him is, as Robert pointed out, it's the injuries, and he needs to loosen up his hamstrings. Like his hamstrings is the thing that kills him because like he'll have, I don't think he has like big injuries where it'll take him out the season, but he has those injuries where like he's out for a couple weeks where he just messes up his hamstrings and it just ruins the state of his play. But I don't know. I'm gonna go with the safe answer, Henry.
Burn, text me on IG. That's the last link I'm gonna set out for today. So we got another guy, another friend. I've been on this podcast about like 3 or 4 times already. Fun. Watch a lot of film, break down college football. Like I say, great knowledge, man. This man, I am telling you, don't slip one bit up on this guy. Don't let this guy catch you slipping, or he will attack, come after you if he catch you slipping 1 inch. This is my guy right here. Part of the guy, he got his own network, Gridiron, East Coast Gridiron. Y'all go check him out, man. This guy's he's a stud. He knows his shit, man. Real talk. Y'all check him out, man. So I want y'all to meet the resident Jaguars fan, the honest, about not just about Jacksonville, but just football in general, college, everything. My boy ECG, man. Dante number 2, man. How you doing, man?
Yo, man, I'm trying to get my curls like Big Play Slay. You know what I'm saying? How the hell you do that?
Hey, it takes a lot of hard work. I was just saying that.
I bet, man.
A lot of oil. I'll say that for sure.
ECG. Who would have the better second? First of all, I want you to go quarterbacks first. I want you to go the quarterback route first. Like everybody got theirs out, but I want you to go on this one. Who would have the better second year? You know, I know you're not a big fan of Trevor Lawrence. Out of Zach Wilson, out of Matt Jones, Justin Fields. Are you sold on the weapons that Jacksonville got?
Wow, that's a loaded question. Because I at this point in time, the way that you see Zach Wilson and how he's performing, does it sound like I'm coming from my mic? By the way,
no, that's not coming. That's not coming from you. I don't think it's coming from you.
It's not coming from my mic. Well, I'm saying is my when I'm speaking does it sound like it's on the mic or does it sound like I'm in a bubble?
No, you good.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, because sometimes when I come on people's stream, it decides to do whatever the hell it wants to. But so in the second year around, you got to evaluate them like this.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence had Laviska Shenault, and he's probably only going to have Laviska Shenault this year. Now, don't disrespect my man's.
Maybe that's good.
You gotta know who that is.
Then you got Zach Wilson, who's got a lot of young talent around him, and I believe that Elijah Moore is going to have a better year than Garrett Wilson will. Then you got Justin Fields, who, say what you want about the receiving corps, they're young and they're hungry, and you know I think Darnell, what's his name? Darnell Mooney.
Darnell Mooney, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have an incredible year too. And I think right now with that coaching staff change, you're gonna start seeing. And I'm gonna actually do a video. By the way, my buddy and me were talking today. He said, do a video on Justin Fields, like an appreciation video of how you think this dude is gonna be. You know, from college onto the NFL. Just do an appreciation video. So I might do a breakdown on that, kind of like I did with Devontae
I like the
Parker
Matthew Stafford comparison because they both went to Georgia. They both went to Georgia. That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. But with all that being said, and like we got Trevor Lawrence, who else was it? Zach Wilson, Mac Jones.
Matt Jones and Zach Wilson.
I'm gonna bank on Justin Fields. I'm not gonna say stats wise, but I think what you're gonna see is Mac Jones is maybe gonna remain the same this year. He's not gonna wow anybody. Maybe Trevor Lawrence might step up. Zach Wilson, I think, has the most pressure because he has the most talent around him. But I think Justin Fields doesn't really have the expectations of those four, if you really look at it, because of what happened before. So this is really going to be like his rookie year. I think people are just going to slowly wash that away. And I think Justin Fields is going to have the best progressive year, the most accurate year out of all of them. Not necessarily the most yards and the most touchdowns, but I think in 2023, people are going to be like, all right, we need to start talking about Justin Fields more. And, you know, he might be one of those guys that might get traded away next year, too, to a better team.
Yeah. So, Key, the question, who had a better bounce back year? Bounce back year out of the running backs that we all just named: Henry, Kamara, Elliott, Ezekiel Elliott, McCaffrey. After Jeremy won't come to ECG.
That's going to be a tough, not say a tough one, but we all know McCaffrey's injury prone. He can look good the first 2 weeks and then he's done. When he come back for another couple games, then you don't see him no more. But everybody's going to say Henry. I'm going to say Zeke. As much as y'all know, I can't stand Dallas. But I'm going to say Ezekiel Elliott. I'm going to say Ezekiel Elliott has a bounce back year. he's gonna prove what the back that he is, because he stunk it up last year, and I still think Pollard's the better back. But I think
I
Zeke's gonna
agree.
have a.
Yeah.
I still think Zeke's gonna have a breakout year.
Jeremy, who you got? Who's gonna have a better bounce back year out of the running backs? Jay.
Obviously, I think it's going to be Derrick Henry. There's no doubt about it. I mean, dude's a beast. Can anybody stop this man? Anybody. I mean, and you know what? Maybe Christian McCaffrey would have better time if he was actually lined up as a slot receiver like his father was. Just saying. You might want to line that boy up on the left side or right side on the inside, right in between that tight end and that wide receiver right there. You might just want to do that every once in a while for Christian McCaffrey. But it's clearly Derrick Henry. I mean, the guy has been consistently good every season. Like there's no stopping that dude. And Ezekiel Elliott is injury prone, overpaid, overrated, over everything. Done. I'm tired of him and his stupid little spoon eating motion that he got. I'm done with that shit. That shit's gone. I'm done with it. Dallas is trash. Always will be trash. Jerry Jones cannot step away from being a GM enough to allow that team to operate. And Mike McCarthy is terrible head coach. That's just been proven time and time again. And the fact that they keep running it back and not even really improving anything is mind-blowing to me. Especially with how Jerry wants to talk about this and that, always saying he wants the best players in the world and he'll pay him and pay him and pay him. Well, you can only pay him so much, Jerry. You only pay him so much until you can't. So, to me, it's Derrick Henry. I know he's got Ryan Tannehill as a quarterback, and but I still think Derrick Henry statistically has a better season out of any of those backs.
Yep. Well, after I say mine, I'm gonna let my boy come in. I'm gonna let my boy come in the chat. This is the last person I'm gonna let in. So if y'all, like I say, I know I don't do coach's corner. Like I say, I think I got about like 50 episodes, but let me know ahead of time when y'all see it on Twitter. I always let Slay know to give. I send him the link just in case. I'm gonna start just sending out. I'm gonna start sending you a link ECG just in case you want to pop in. This is basically an NFL show, so. I don't want to go with Derrick Henry because I know it's an obvious answer. I know it's an obvious choice that he can definitely do it. So I don't want to go with Derrick Henry.
But really, is it a bounce back year though?
That's what I'm saying. It's like he definitely had 2,000 yards rushing. Actually, he had 2,000 yards.
Derrick Henry, bro. Derrick Henry had like 900 last year.
I look at
yards.
bounce back years like Joe Mixon having like two 1,000 yard season, then having like a 700 and 800 yard season. Everybody's like, Joe Mixon could be better than that, and then he comes and puts up 11 or 1,200 yards last year, and it's like that to me is a bounce back season from the talent that we know he has.
Damn, I know this dude can't stay healthy, but all of a sudden everything starts with this guy right here for Carolina. Carolina's offense starts with really him. The problem is he just cannot stay on the field or away from concussions. I want to go with Christian McCaffrey having a bounce back season. Before he got hurt last year, the man was, he always been able to do everything, catch out of the backfield, run the football. I just think sometimes they use him a little bit too much. They overuse him a lot in certain situations. That do because the quarterback is just not good. So, like I said again, I'm gonna go with Christian McCaffrey. This guy's just a stud, man. This guy's just very good. He's very slippery when he runs. He's very shifty. He can be very fast at times, but I just love Christian McCaffrey. It's something dynamic and special about this guy, but the one legit problem, he just can't stay on the field. Alvin Kamara, he will be an easy target to go for, but I don't know if he's gonna play football. He may play football, but he may be suspended from the start of the year because of that case, and it is true on him. He was a part of that, so that's not looking good for him. Derrick Henry is just an obvious, and like I say, Ezekiel Elliott, I know he was 1,000-yard wide receiver. I mean, not wide receiver, but running back last year. But I question this guy inability to stay in shape. Last couple of years ago, Last year he wasn't in shape. They literally came out and said it, that he was not in shape. He looked at fat in the stomach area a little bit. He deteriorated in speed a little bit. He just doesn't have that same juice. So sometimes I really question, is this guy really working hard, really working, or is this his best years behind him? It may be his best. He made it hit his peak to already when the first couple of years when he came in the NFL. Right now, I don't trust his inability to stay in shape a little bit. But before we go to the next topic, I want to bring in and introduce my boy, a good friend that's already in here. Been a friend to me by 5 years, man. He's ECG. He's a fan of Jacksonville, just like ECG. Knows a lot about Jacksonville. He hates Trent Baalke. He does not like him. He talk about him all the time. Also a Miami Heat fan. I hope he ain't so depressed about it. But I'll say again, he knows his shit. My boy, Florida Barbarian. How you doing, man?
What's going on, man?
You all right, man? How you feeling?
I'm depressed. I am depressed, though. And it's not even behind the Miami Heat. It's behind the Florida Panthers, man.
Oh, my goodness. Man, it's about the Florida Panthers.
Oh, I was at game 3. I was at game 3. Y'all got waxed. Oh my goodness gracious.
Hey, bro. Thankfully, my team got eliminated early. We got.
How's that Claude Giroux trade working for you?
Yeah. Oh shit.
And then you shipped out Keith Yandel. How terrible.
I'll tell you what, man. That no icing call when Steven Stamkos came back and just scored on him like 10 seconds later was the biggest FU score I've ever seen in my life. I was hyped for it. And I said, I'm not even a Tampa Bay fan. I'm just here for the game, baby.
Oh my goodness! All right, Bird, who you got having a better bounce back year? You either got Henry, got Kamara, Elliott, or McCaffrey. Which one would you choose?
Well, I thought you were talking about quarterbacks for a minute because I often say damn so not Trevor. But
well, you can pick your quarterback. You can pick your quarterback, then you can do running back. So
Matt Jones.
You got Matt Jones. Okay. Got Matt Jones. Go ahead.
As far as running backs, I gotta say Derrick Henry.
All right. You gotta say Derrick Henry on that one. Okay.
So
go ahead.
Ezekiel Elliott been trash ever got that contract. I hope nobody have noticed that.
Yeah, he been deteriorating. I mean, I believe this guy shows up out of shape at times, bro.
He's been eating like trash too. You see his stomach? Eating like trash.
Yo, the wave of their offense is more like fit for Pollard than Zeke, to be honest.
Yeah, he's the James.
I love Tony Pollard, man. I don't know why they don't give him a chance.
Yep, definitely agree on Tony Pollard. So we got the top 10.
He just runs better for me. He just runs better for me. He hit the hole. As soon as he hit the hole, he's going. It's just his explosive and elusiveness. I like Tony Pollard. Look, that's the only maybe Dallas player you ever see I ever like.
Yep.
Tony Pollard just a better back.
He's averaging almost 5 yards a carry every time he gets the ball. Like, I think like Zeke is around like 4.1 or something like that. Like, and everybody says, oh, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, but Tony Pollard had as many yards catching last year as Ezekiel Elliott did. I'm like, I don't understand what the issue is with that either. But okay, buddy.
Yeah. What's good, my boy? Uneducated Sports Talk. Alexander said Cowboys will win the Super Bowl.
I disagree because I think Dallas is still going to find a way to fall short again.
You say that one more time, I'm gonna time you out. You say that one more time. You know the damn Cowboys don't win no damn Super Bowl.
Delusional Dallas fans.
Don't do that.
Gotta love him.
Who said that?
Alexander.
This dude, he
He's
said
a
one more
Dallas-
time.
he's a Dallas fan.
Time him out. I don't hire people, but I'll time you out. I will time you out.
Don't even time him out, bro.
No,
I will time. Yeah, don't say that. That blasphemous crap around me. I don't like
The
that.
Warriors have a better chance to win another title before the Cowboys.
They will.
They may win it this year. They
will
may
this
win
year.
it this year. All right, so
I think the Mavericks will win the championship before Dallas will. Before
Stop
the Cowboys.
they not.
I believe the Stars will. Let's go. Let's go
I used to like the
Stars.
Dallas Stars too. I just don't watch hockey no more.
That's my team, man.
Yeah, I used to love the Dallas Stars. I used to love the Houston Arrows and the Dallas Stars. I just don't watch hockey no more. So top 10 power rankings. Robert, we're gonna start with you. Buffalo Bills, Chargers, Chiefs.
Oh my God,
Oh,
Eagles, Ravens,
Oh,
Eagles.
Coach, you
49ers.
forgot.
What?
You forgot me in this running back conversation.
This
I'm gonna
gonna
just
be
be real
Oh,
quick
go
with
ahead,
mine.
go ahead.
Chris Carter or Chris Carson.
I like it.
I like that.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm not mad at Chris
like
Carson.
That's all I got to say. I think the dude, if he can
I
stay
like
healthy,
the
he's
wild
gonna be a
card pick.
beast.
I love the wild card pick.
Well, you know what's funny? Like they had Kenneth Walker, in their. I think it might have been this Joe guy. His running back rankings had Kenneth Walker as like the 24th or 5th running back on the top like 30 of rankings, and it was above Josh Jacobs too. And Kenneth Walker hasn't played a game yet, even though I like.
So, Robert, do you agree up on the power rankings right now? Who would you take off and put in the power rankings? So,
okay. So what's his top 10?
Yeah, you got Buffalo, you got Chargers, you got Kansas City, you got Rams, you got Packers, you got Tampa Bay, you got Cincinnati, you got Baltimore, you got Eagles, and you got the 49ers. Who are you taking out, or do you agree with the list?
That Packers one's gonna be interesting, bro.
Yeah, Packers is going to be very interesting, but I feel like Packers going to slide down a couple spots. But I still think I think on paper, I think Green Bay still has a good offense to work with, but that remains to be seen. The first, with the top three, with the Bills, Chargers, and Chiefs, they can stay because either way you can flip those three around because those are three, and even with the Rams, like the Rams, you can also make an argument because they have some great pieces going into 2022. I feel like for the Eagles, I feel like we're not just. I think we have good pieces on paper. I don't think we're there just yet. I mean, like I said, the only issue that I have with the Eagles is safety. That's the only issue I might have. But I feel like slide the 49ers out because I feel they're going to take a little bit of a step back, especially with all the Deebo Samuel stuff coming up, and now you got Trey Lance now taking over for Jimmy G. But I still think the Eagles can still be in the top 10. I don't mean to cut it off, but there's only two complete teams in that top 10 list: the Rams and Bills.
Yep.
Yeah, Rams and Bills.
I think Chargers, but I just don't like the Chargers defense. I don't like the defense.
So you can put the Eagles up there if you want to.
I don't like the Chargers defense. That's the only thing about it. But I do think they deserve to be up there. So ECG, who you got? Who you think should be out of the? Who you will take out, or you will push back, or who you put up at the top?
Did you get this list off of PFF?
No, it was just a topic.
Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah, okay.
It was. So it's the Bills. Hold up, the Bills, Tampa Bay, the Rams, the Chiefs,
Chargers.
Sorry, I gotta write it out, man.
Okay,
so I can see.
You good.
Packers. They're just doing the top 10.
Yes, that's in the top 10. That's the top 10.
It was Peter King's list.
Peter King list.
Bengals, 49ers, and who was the last one? The Browns.
You had Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles.
So Eagles are 9. 49ers are 10. They got the Bills being 1.
The Chargers 2. They got the Rams 3. The Packers 4. They got Tampa Bay 5. They got Bengals 6. They got Ravens 7. They got Eagles 8. They got 49ers up and down too.
Wait, how did Chargers get over the Rams?
They got the Chargers at number 2. That's shocking.
And don't forget, they also got J.C. Jackson too.
Wow.
That's tough though. But I kind of like I do like that top 10 though. I'll say this dude flip. I will say flip the Chargers. Wait, where's the Chargers at 2?
Chargers at 2.
I say put the Rams at 2 and put the Chargers in the Rams spot.
Oh man,
he's gonna have a tough time.
Yeah, this list is kind of hard, but I agree. Kansas City should be number 1. Okay, and that's just off of the respect of Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Like anything's possible. That defense will be okay. They made some improvements there. Chargers should definitely be number 2. I agree with that 100%. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We're talking about the Chiefs. The Buffalo should be number 1. Chargers number 2. Chiefs number 3. I agree with the top 3. The
Okay.
Rams, I agree with that, them being at number 4 based off of the Super Bowl. Green Bay, though, at number 5.
Yeah, that's
I think,
for
I
me.
think
That's a
they
bit of a
went off their
stretch.
I think they went off their defense. That's why they're number 5.
But their defense wasn't really good last year. Their defense was ranked in the top 20 last year.
And they were still winning games.
They were still winning games too. They were still winning
games.
Games too, though.
I say you put Tampa Bay at number 5. Packers, will slide them to number 8. Number 6, I'll put the Bengals there. Baltimore, I like where they are. Philly is way too high. I wouldn't even put them in the top 9 or the top 10 right now. I think I had them number 12 when I was looking at.
And that's what I said. I decided they're going to be sliding out of the top 10 because of that question mark in safety, which is I feel like that's a knock on the Philadelphia Eagles. But overall, I mean, we have the piece. We have some good talent around on this team.
But I mean, well, that and then also people expect this team to mesh well together, and it's not. To me, that's the biggest question mark. I don't care who's playing safety. The biggest question mark is this team going to really play together? Because not only everybody talks about what's his name from Georgia, Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is coming over from playing a 4-3 defense to a 3-4 defense that's a hybrid. A lot of people switch out. Remember, Ndamukong Suh switched out of multiple teams because they were moving him around and he didn't like it. But I just have question marks. There's a lot of young guys there. There's a lot of guys that are, Kaiser White coming over. That's another question mark. You don't know how he's going to play. Was a leading tackler last year. There's just too many question marks for me to be like, oh yeah, absolutely. Put the Eagles top 10 right now. Yes, the talent is there, and I think, and this is going to be a hot take. Zach Pascal might have a better season than Devontae Smith.
Oh.
Honestly, I could see that because Zach Pascal gets a lot more. He got a lot of first downs in that Colts offense, bro.
He was not a starting wide receiver, and I think for 2 years in a row, he put up 500 plus yards and like 3 touchdowns each. He was like the number 4 in that depth chart. So people are sleeping hard on him, and I don't know why. AJ Brown will be just fine. I've always liked AJ Brown. That dude is tough as hell. But San Francisco, they're at number 10. I think that's a perfect spot for them.
Yeah,
that is a Super Bowl sleeper team, and I don't think George Kittle. I said this on the show yesterday. I don't think George Kittle is hyping up Trey Lance for no reason.
Yep.
Because he had a lot of respect for Jimmy Garoppolo too, and he's like, this kid can make every single throw. He's exciting, and the best thing for San Francisco to do say what you want about Kyle Shanahan, the dude's a top 5 coach.
I just don't see how you can say that about a quarterback who's never seen a snap. I just don't see how you could say that.
When you're George Kittle and you've been playing in the league for a while, you know who's good and who's not. You've played and you've taken passes from multiple backups too. You don't just come out and
Trey Lance hasn't seen the struggles that every quarterback sees though. Like he's gonna have obstacles to overcome. He's not just gonna go out there and be the next Tom Brady.
Man, you set mine.
Go ahead.
You can say the same. And Rodgers, he set mine.
You can say the same thing about Patrick Mahomes. Remember, everybody's questioning why he got picked so high.
Yep. I mean,
people tend to forget Tony Romo was good too. Say what you want. Tony Romo was good for the Cowboys. It's a team sport.
Then again, you do got a great defense behind, even though their defense was top 20 in the NFL last year for the 49ers. And yes, they seemed to like when the way they played in the playoffs down the stretch, they looked like they had a top 3 defense last year. But they didn't really have a top 3 defense. They struggled early on in the year. They were top 20 in the league.
Well, I mean, that's because they lost Verrett, I think, because you lost to like the man-to-man guy.
But late in the season, that defense played like a top 2 defense in the National Football
League. And they went more zone because you lost Verrett. They went more zone. So
and who says if Tark didn't drop that football, they wouldn't be in the Super Bowl last year. That dude didn't drop that down football. That dude dropped that football right there in his head. So if he catches that football, 49ers may play the Bengals in the Super Bowl last year, but that football was kind of caught.
I think the Seahawks are going to win against a lot of teams that they shouldn't win against because the NFC West is still the best division in football until proven otherwise. I know we've seen that with the AFC West right now, but think about in the last 10 years, how many teams in the NFC West have gone far in the playoffs, have played in Super Bowls, have had multiple people that have went to Pro Bowls. That's not for no reason. They are the best division in football. And for people to say, "Oh, I'm sleeping on the Seahawks because they lost some weapons," people tend to forget that Drew Lock is on and off like a light switch. There could be one game where he'll light your ass up in the game, and then people are looking at 400 yards and 3 touchdowns later, and it's like,
No,
oh
that
dang,
sounds
dude,
like
who was
Katy
that
Perry syndrome.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
There goes
Yeah.
Kenny.
So, Jeremy, you okay with the list? Do you feel like the Broncos should be in there? Should be in your Broncos in there?
Nope.
Not
Nope.
okay. Okay, go ahead.
Nope. And here's why. New everything, man. You got
Okay.
a new coach, a new quarterback, a new owner, a new everything. And who's to say that's all going to gel right and be right? And you got very young wide receivers as well. And in my opinion, you still have a couple of holes to fill in that offensive line. I don't care how good Russell Wilson is. You don't put him with the proper protection. He ain't going to stay upright. He's not.
Yep.
And the Broncos are going to figure that out real quick when they come up against some real good defenses on the back half of that schedule. Shit's going to get real tough though that last half of the season after that bye week. It is bad.
Mhm.
It is tough. It is not easy at all. No, I do not think the Broncos should be a top 10 team at all. I do think though that everybody is putting way too much stock in the Chargers because they look good on paper. I really do. I feel that like they look good on paper, but like the other guy was saying was like, is this team gonna mesh well? I don't know. Like that's the other thing. It's like, how do you know that those players in that coaching system is gonna work? You don't know.
Yep.
You don't know until they start playing. And I think there's a lot of hype around the Chargers right now. I mean, deservedly so. I mean, they did do more than any other team, in my opinion, in the offseason to really set their team up for success. I really do believe that. And as far as the Eagles go, I've heard everybody mention everything except for that one big question mark, that elephant in the room, and that's Jalen Hurts. This is his year to prove it.
Yep.
It all's going to sit on those shoulders right there, Jalen Hurts. I mean, yes, the defense needs to do their job, but that's the biggest question mark for the Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion, this season. Is will Jalen Hurts? It's piss or get off the pot. That's the type of season it is.
Disagree. I respectfully disagree with that.
It's piss or get off the pot for him. It is. This is your chance to prove it. He's in what? He's in his second year or third year?
It's
His
going
third
to
year.
his third year. Yeah.
Technically, it's his third year, but that last year was
his second year.
That last year was his first year, like starting, like actually starting.
I respectfully disagree with that. I'm gonna tell you why.
Right.
That play calling was atrocious last year by Dick Sirianni, and he needs to go back and take notes. And I said this before, and Coach knows this. Lincoln Riley designs every single offense around every single one of his quarterbacks. Kyler Murray is not a top 10 quarterback. Baker Mayfield, not a top 10 quarterback. Jalen Hurts, not a top 10 quarterback. But guess what? All those guys are either mentioned in the Heisman or actually won the Heisman. That's why his quarterbacks do good. Nick Sirianni needs to go and design that offense around what Jalen Hurts can do as far as improvising. If he doesn't do that, everybody knows Jalen is going to trust the play calling every single time. I said this before. That Dallas Goedert open wide receiver situation that he went through and explained that the whole play to people, like, actually that wasn't my read on that play. Just like some dummies in our community think that a 3-step drop or 5-step drop is, people just make that up as soon as the ball gets hiked. No, it's determined before the play call if you've ever played football before. But my point is, Nick Sirianni should have the most pressure on him. If they go and bench Jalen Hurts, and I say if he has a better season than he did last year, you should not bench him. You should not get rid of him. And we should really take a look at the play call. Like I said, that offense is very, very simple in its whole dynamic, right? So 25 snaps under center is not allowing your team to be versatile whatsoever. It becomes very predictable down the stretch every single time you play these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
I said that. I said Jalen Hurts plays better under center for what the Eagles do. I hate him in the shotgun. I hate it.
it's not Alabama offensive line, great receivers, great running backs. Like the running back situation is still up in the air. I think Kenneth Gainwell should get more snaps than he actually is getting because I think he's probably the most talented running back on that team.
For us last year.
And the play calling with Nick Sirianni needs to be like, look, Jalen, I'm gonna let you improvise this year. If he does that, Jalen's gonna be a top 10 quarterback. I honestly believe that wholeheartedly. If he doesn't do that, the Eagles are gonna suck again, and they need to get rid of Nick Sirianni. That's just me.
So then that means that the fans need to be more patient with him. Then
absolutely,
y'all in Philly better not start throwing shit on the field at him.
I told people this. It ain't instant. It's not
So,
mashed potatoes.
It's not.
There goes.
I believe the fans got Carson Wentz hurt the second time around because everybody wanted him to come back. Oh, MVP Carson had that neck injury or whatever injury he had at the time.
It was like a spinal injury.
And they didn't let him heal all the way. And he told the front office, hey, man, I think we can win some games. Then he came back.
I was not that fan. I wanted Nick to stay in there until Carson was healthy.
Exactly. That's what should have happened. But because Eagles organization front office always listens to the fans and everything around, and they feel a lot of pressure to start the kid. And on top of that, you throw a lot of money in the kitchen sink to get him in the draft. What are you going to do? Oh, yeah, go ahead and Carson. We know that you're a little bit headstrong, and what do? Get hurt again. And that just ruined his ego. But they do not need to do the same thing with Jalen. The dude's not going to get hurt. Yep. The dude's tough. He's an amazing teammate. He has all the intangibles to be good. Coaching is is like the number one issue there. And I truly believe that on both sides of the ball. That cover zone defense, that's that old school defense that's being played, is not going to work anymore. They need to give it up.
Yeah, sticks defense.
I kind of don't blame the Eagles front office for listening to the fans. Man, you see how hostile those damn fans are? They're throwing shit at everybody. I don't blame them.
We don't throw
I think the offense will be more efficient.
And not back in the 60s.
I think the offense will have more juice this year because as ECG was pointing out earlier, Zach Pascal adds the first downs for us. So whenever Hurts needs a critical first down, Pascal's that guy to go to. And you got the blocking already with Dallas Goedert and the offensive line. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of the 9-ball with Devontae Smith and then AJ Brown. How that comes down. And you got two good receivers there. So hey bro, we'll see.
Yep. So Key, you okay with the list? Are you okay with the power ranking list? You fine with it?
I'm not going to that list.
All right. Are you good with the list? Are you good with the list?
You said the Packers aren't there?
The Bills, Chargers, Kansas City, Rams, Packers, Tampa Bay, Bengals, Ravens, Eagles, and 49ers. Are you okay with it, or who would you move?
I think the Packers should be 11, to be honest. I think it's not a huge step back because you just you probably lost the best receiver in the NFL with Devontae, but you still got Dylan, AJ. Your defense got a little bit better with Devontae Wyatt.
Jair Alexander,
you repaid him or resigned him. And then you lost Smith.
They also lost Tyler Lancaster to the Raiders.
Yeah.
I think that's a nobody. They're not gonna miss him.
I think the Packers won't have a huge setback, but have a step back in a way.
Yeah.
If you go,
I don't think. Yeah, I'm with Slay on that because I don't feel like the Packers are going to regret. There's going to be somewhat of a regression, but it's not a huge regression where they're going to
You'll see the obvious loss of Devontae Adams.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So
they're still in the NFC North.
Yeah. So, Burn, you okay with the list? You okay?
The Vikings are going to win that division, bro. Yeah. The Vikings are going to win that division.
I'm going to go back.
I can see that.
Go ahead, Burn.
The Packers are one of the good franchises that are good at developing players and drafting. Yeah. You can't keep on the Packers on developing players. You cannot.
Yep.
I think the Vikings will be the best team in the NFC.
See, this is a question. Before we,
I agree.
Yeah,
I can definitely see that.
Yeah,
They're a
There's
Super
way
Bowl
too
favorite
much-
for me in the
Oh,
NFC.
there's way too much talent on that team for it.
Yep.
I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. But it's a question I want to ask y'all before I move on to one of my new favorite segments that I got. Is going to be two of favorite segments that I put in on this show. But like, I mean, so from my perspective, what I already kind of broke down, like a lot of people said that the Packers was going to make a mistake by giving up Devontae Adams or and paying Aaron Rodgers the money. So basically, they decided to keep Aaron Rodgers, and keep instead of Devontae Adams. So my perspective, which like if you keep Devontae Adams, do you trust Jordan Love to get him the ball and get these receivers the ball? Due to that, all of a sudden they cannot all the years with Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, they have continued failing in the NFC Championship. Last year they failed, but they are put up in that position because of Aaron Rodgers. Really, actually, Aaron Rodgers being the great quarterback that he really is, and Devontae Adams. I know Devontae Adams helped him a lot, but a lot of Aaron Rodgers did have some success without him in his early careers as well, helping that team win the Super Bowl in Pittsburgh. Did the Packers make a mistake on keeping Aaron Rodgers instead of Devontae Adams? So that's the way I kind of looked at it on that. I think I'm okay with them paying Aaron Rodgers that type of money right there and keeping Aaron Rodgers instead of keeping Devontae Adams. Because at the end of the day, if you keep Devontae Adams, who says he won't get frustrated when Jordan Love behind center? Now, granted, I don't know how good Jordan Love can be, but Aaron Rodgers is your franchise quarterback. He carried your franchise for a decade, for a whole decade. So
yeah,
with the decision. So, Robert, give me your thoughts before we.
I say in a way, yes, because if you really think about it, because that's just been one of the best quarterback wide receiver duos that we've seen. Now, granted, and rightfully so. Rodgers, was a 3-time MVP, 4-time. How many times has he won it? 4. It has been 4 times, but I don't know what the cap situation really was, and the fact that when Rodgers got his extension, I really thought that I thought that in the back of Adams's mind, it's just like, look, if I can't, because let's be real, he's not like other than him and Hopkins and Adams are the top 1 and 2 receivers in this league by far. Now, the fact of the matter is the fact that Adams saw that in the back of his mind and said, look, if I'm not going to have respect here in Green Bay, I'll just take my talent elsewhere and actually get paid like a number 1 receiver. And he obviously went to the Raiders and also deserved a big payday. I mean, I say in a way, yes, it kind of. I feel like it did ruin things a little bit, but I don't think, like you said, Dante, I feel like Rodgers has had success without Devontae Adams earlier in his career.
Yeah, ECG, what you think?
Well, I mean, the quarterback thing, I'm always very critical on.
Yeah.
And with Jordan Love, I have to be respectful for the fact that we have not really seen him get his just
that's why
due.
I can't question him.
And we talk about a team that battled a lot of injuries and had a lot of backups in last year, and they were still a wonderful team on paper to watch every single week was the Packers. So, but with that being said, you have your chemistry with your star guy, which is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers requires a lot more out of his players, and we've seen it time and time again. Out of practice, like, I'm not going to throw you the ball if you're not going to catch, point blank, period.
Yeah.
We've seen the videos, right?
Yeah.
Jordan Love is not necessarily Aaron Rodgers, so when he comes in the game, cadences, things like that are always thrown off. And me and Slay agree with this, like, weeks ago, like, when somebody was I forget who it was, they were just bashing Jordan Love, and I'm like, dude, I don't have enough film. I don't have enough anything to evaluate Jordan Love. In college, did I think he was great? Absolutely not. I still think that they picked him way too high in the draft.
They moved back into the
that was a
first
reach.
round. They moved back into the first round to get him. Yeah.
But maybe they're evaluating his development and his talent over everything that we've seen. I mean, we've seen it with the Mitch Trubisky's of the world and the Blake Bortles and all that, right?
Yep.
Do I think he's going to be good? Like I said, that's a very hard question to answer because I don't know. I don't have enough film on the guy. We just don't know how good they're going to be. So you stick it around with Aaron Rodgers, let him stay in the backpack for a little bit, and hey, I think that maybe Jordan Love can get you out of some issues, and that I think, Matt LaFleur is a better coach than what people are giving him credit for. I thought Matt LaFleur was the best coach last year with everything that he had to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
It was on par with Mike Vrabel too. Mike Vrabel had a ton of star players being out. But when I look at the complete package of what Matt LaFleur did, it was very impressive. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where I lie on both of those quarterbacks, man. I don't have enough to evaluate Jordan Love, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be Aaron Rodgers again this year. And I think when you look at the draft, I wasn't big on Christian Watson. He went to the best team.
Yeah.
He went to the best team for his skill set, and he went to the best quarterback that's going to either tell him that, hey, you suck or you don't suck, and he's going to demand a lot out of him. So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe
and
Christian
don't forget,
Watson
they also got
might be
Romeo Dobbs too. I think they're second rounders.
Yeah, he's from Nevada, right? That was quite strong.
Slay, what you think? What you think on that?
I felt like it was more Adams. Like, are you saying like the contract?
Like they decide to keep Rodgers over Adams, but a lot of people say they don't think Rodgers deserve the money to stay there. They think Devontae Adams deserve his money to kind of stay in Green Bay. So, what were your thoughts on that? Do you think Green Bay made basically the right choice?
Yeah, I agree with ECG. I still feel like, I don't know, bro. I still feel like they don't think Love is ready, so they want to build him up just a little bit more, just to, keep Rodgers here. And if that means that you have to trade away Devontae Adams, and hey, that's the cost that came with it.
Yep.
You have Aaron freaking Rodgers, man. I mean, he's whatever wide receiver is there, he's going to make good.
Exactly.
Like I said on Madden, they should have a stat that of how well you influence other players on your team. Tom Brady has that quality. Aaron Rodgers had that quality. Peyton Manning kind of had that quality. A lot of these great quarterbacks, they don't get enough credit for that. But before the next person goes, I got to head out. It's me and my wife's anniversary. I got to go get some flowers and stuff. So.
Shit.
Yeah, you better go get them flowers, man. You better go get them.
I'm about to go get the baby oils and everything, bro.
Yeah.
ECG after hours.
Man, he didn't have to show us the whole playbook. I just wanted to see a page. Damn it.
All right, Jerry, go ahead.
When are these wide receivers in the NFL going to realize that the world does not revolve around them? When? I just want to know when. Like, you are not a more valuable position than a quarterback. You will never be a more valuable position than a quarterback. Ever, never, ever, ever. You are expendable. And the fact that Devontae Adams has not learned that baffles me. Like, you would rather leave Aaron Rodgers and go to Derek Carr? Like, Derek Carr's a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. But if I have the choice between Aaron Rodgers or Derek Carr, I'm picking Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is a far better quarterback than Derek Carr will ever be. Like, I don't understand when these dudes are going to figure it out, the Tom Brady method of take the team home discount and we all get to stay together and we all get to be competitive and continue this dynasty. He set the formula in motion. No team has yet to replicate that motion. Everybody wants to ask why Tom Brady's got 7 rings. That's why. How many hometown discounts did Tom and everybody else take? How many hometown discounts did that whole damn Patriots team take? That whole receiving core, him, that offensive line, they all took discounts year after year after year after year after year. And Super Bowl appearance, Super Bowl trophy, Super Bowl appearance, Super Bowl trophies. Like, it just went on and on. You couldn't stop the Patriots for almost 2 decades. Man, have fun in Las Vegas with Derek Carr. I get it's Vegas and I get that it's Derek Carr, but boy, you ain't going to be anywhere near competitive because you are also in one of the best divisions in football right now. So have fun with that. Yeah, have fun with that, Devontae Adams. Now it's really put up or shut up time for you. These receivers, man, they think the whole league revolves around them. It's like you are only as good as your quarterback will allow you to be. Trust me. Yes, the Green Bay Packers made the exact right move because what you're going to go to Jordan Love? If you're not going to go to Jordan Love, who are you going to pick up? Who's the best free agent quarterback out there right now?
There's not much.
Like Cat Williams said, don't worry, I'll wait.
Oh shit!
Hey, Key, what you got? What you got? You think the Packers made the right move? Key?
Was Key even still here?
No.
Key.
Burn, you think the Packers made the right move?
To keep Aaron Rodgers, yeah. I mean, like I said before, and like Jeremy said, a wide receiver is replaceable depending on how good the organization is. And Green Bay has been a consistent organization in developing players.
Yep.
They had Joe Nelson, Randall Cobb, Greg Jennings, Donald Driver. They been consistent for years.
Mm-hmm.
They good at developing players. So yes.
You know what's funny about most of those receivers too? They traded damn near all of them to the Raiders.
They sure did too, though. They sure did. Key, do you think the Packers made the right decision choosing Aaron Rodgers over Devontae?
My bad. I had a phone call.
You good.
I think they should have kept Aaron Rodgers. I mean, not Aaron Rodgers. They should have kept Devontae. I feel like they should have just put another star next to Adams, and maybe, just maybe, Green Bay could have got to the Super Bowl. Why are you putting all this money in Aaron Rodgers? I understand. He 2-time MVP, back to back. I get it. But he chokes every year. Every year. First round exit. So why not put another star next to Adams so he doesn't have to be doing it solely by himself?
They messed up, bro. They messed up when they signed all of those players before they signed Devontae.
Yeah, they did because they did sign DeAndre Campbell too.
The part is Aaron Rodgers knew they wasn't keeping Adams as he was signing his name on that contract. Get out of here.
Yep.
And
they did. Yep.
And
go ahead.
To be fair, I think Jair Alexander deserved a contract before Devontae.
Yep. Like I think the cornerback definitely deserved the money, but most of the money,
Alexander is one of the best.
Yeah, the DeAndre Campbell got that contract right there. I think that kept kind of Devontae Adams from kind of getting his a little bit.
I like Campbell, but after like 1 year of production, bro, I don't know, maybe another year I could have seen in there. You could have paid him.
Yeah. All right, so we gonna go on to the new segments that I got. The new segments that I got right here. They call over or under. They call likely or not likely. So we're gonna start with the over and the under. This is a new segment me and Key brought out and Key made up. Shout out to Key for making this segment up for us. We also gonna bring this on the 7,200 seconds as well. So what over and under? What does that mean, Coach Dante? That means I can call out the sacks. How many sacks this player gonna get? Over or under sacks, over or over touchdowns, over or under wins by the team. So this is the first one. So we're gonna go, Robert, over or under Bosa and Mac combined for 20 sacks this year.
Before you go, Dante wanted to do AFC West, and we got NFC East. The only two divisions you're doing right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we got over and under. We got over and under. Robert, this is for everybody. Over and under 20 sacks for Khalil Mack and Bosa this year combined. Combined 20 sacks.
Oh.
Combined 20 sacks.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's 10 sacks.
That's a good one because I feel like Bosa by himself can actually has potential to hit 20 sacks. Khalil Mack, not so much, but I do say there is a possibility that is an over because Mac can still give you how old is Mac? Khalil Mack, what, 33, 34?
He's like 30. He's like 30.
I think he's got like a couple of maybe 2 or 3 year good years left in him. So I could definitely see that's an over 20 sacks between the two combined.
Yep. All right, Key, what you think about that? You think they can combine for 20 sacks? They both don't have to get 10. Go ahead.
Right, no, I definitely think so. I think both will get more sacks than Khalil Mack, but they definitely can hit 20. If Bosa stays healthy, he's injury prone as well, just like his brother. But no, if Bosa stays healthy, I definitely think, like Robert said, he can get close to 20. He ain't a TJ Watt 20, but
No,
he
that's a
he definitely can at least get 10, and I think they definitely over.
Yep. All right, so Slay over or
Absolutely. You
under.
don't even gotta ask me. Absolutely. You don't even gotta ask me. Like for sure, 100%. Like Bosa is one of the best players in the league. Joey Bosa, by the way. Joey Bosa is one of the best players in the league. Doesn't get respect because he's in I guess a fan base that really doesn't have like a lot of fans, I would say, with the Chargers, but
Don't
they're
tell
gonna start
Dick
having
that.
ooh.
They're gonna start having more fans because of Herbert. I'm telling you, that's why. That's the only reason. But yeah, for sure.
Just tell,
like,
just tell. Go ahead.
now I was just gonna say, Bosa's gonna give you a solid like 16, 17 sacks, like, and then Max is gonna give you like.
Yeah, tell him, Slay. Tell Slay, tell them to give Bosa tell them Bosa give me at least 15, and the other 5 you go to Khalil Mack. The other 5 you had 20 right there automatically. So Slay broke it down. All right, Jeremy. 20 combined sacks for Bosa and Mack and Khalil Mack.
I'm gonna say over.
Okay.
I'm gonna say over.
All right.
because strictly looking at their schedule's pretty weak this year, and they're going against some pretty weak offensive lines. So I'm gonna say over.
Burn, what you got for me?
I'm gonna say over because we seen Clowney do it with Myles Garrett. He had 8. So I think better pass rushing than Clowney. So I can see.
All right. So everybody got the over on this one. This one may be a little harder right here. This may be a little harder, but can he do it? Yes, he can do it. But this division is the toughest division in football. But it wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't do it. Here we go. You ready for this one, Robert? I know you're ready for this. Your Phillies sometimes ain't that ready every single game, but we gonna go now. That's here all there. You gotta get that baseball podcast back and rolling. But here we go. Over or under? Devontae Adams 1,500 yards receiving this year.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That was a good one, right?
I want to say he's going to have under 1,500 yards, but I do think he's definitely going to have a 1,000-yard season. 1,500, is that a possibility? Yes, but is he going to try to get that? Probably not, because the AFC West is really stacked. Because the Raiders are playing the third division almost twice on their schedule. So that's going to be very tough. So I'm going to go with under for Devontae Adams.
All right, Slay, what you got? What you got, Slay?
Slay left, I think.
Damn, Slay has left the building. Jeremy, what you got? Over or under 1,500 for Devontae?
It's going to be under, man. Look at the secondaries they're going up against this year. They're pretty shut down secondaries, man. I don't think unless Derek Carr is going to turn into Tom Brady dink and dunk, which I highly doubt that's going to happen, then I'm going to say under.
All right. Burn, what you got?
I mean, to kind of touch on what Jeremy said, like the secondary he was in the NFC North is nowhere compared to what he was facing in the AFC West.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to say under. I give him probably 1,200, 1,300.
Man, you right there on my book. You was right there on my monkey. Yeah, I would give him least. I would go to be safe. I'd give him 1,200 yards to be safe. To be safe with it, I at least give him 1,200. I would have gave him 13, but like I'm gonna be safe and go with the 12. We'll say that answer for Slay when he get back. We almost at the end of this stream right here. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat that came through. Trust me, when basketball season over, we're gonna get through more of these episodes in 7,200 seconds. That's what football kicks up in high gear at that point of time. So here we go, another interesting one right here. Michael Parsons, 15 sacks, over or under, Robert?
I want to say over because I liked the season that Michael Parsons had. The fact that he was a defensive rookie of the year. I mean, what he had, 11 sacks, give or take, last year. Yeah, there is. I think I say give him at least 16 or 17. That's where I can see Michael Parsons go. Obviously, because the NFC East is super weak, and I definitely can see that. So I would say over. It was 17 sacks for Michael Parsons because I got to support the Penn State guys.
Yep, I feel you on that. I wouldn't be shocking if he get that. Slay, you back in the building, Slay?
All right, I'm back. What's good?
All right, so you missed Devontae Adams over or under 1,500 yards this year.
Under.
All right. Michael Parsons over or under 15 sacks.
I would probably say under, just by a slight.
Okay. Not by much. That still would be a good season. Not by much though, but he's still gonna. That's still pretty much good.
Wait, how much did he have last year?
He had 15. Well, he had 12, 11.
I think he had 11.
Like
11 and a half.
He had 13.
11 and a half, 12, one of them.
He had 13.
All right.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay. So, Keith, what you got?
I'm gonna go over. I say he does it.
Okay.
Dallas and Washington have the easiest schedule. Like that whole NFC East, they have the easiest schedule apparently by they saying they got easy schedule or whatever. So they're gonna go up against some not so great offensive lines. I think especially playing the Giants twice, playing Washington twice. So I definitely I can see that. And
the Giants are gonna have 4 wins next year. By the way, I just need to point that out. They're gonna. Sorry, they're the damn Giants.
Jeremy, over under.
Dante, you have it going.
All right, man. Appreciate you for always coming in, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jeremy, what you got on this? 15 sacks over or under for Parsons.
I'm gonna go over, and I'm gonna basically echo what Key said. I mean, they're facing the Lions, they're facing the NFC East twice. I mean, they're facing who else are they facing? Let's see here.
They got the AFC North. I mean NFC North.
The Colts, the Texans, the Jaguars. Those are some pretty weak offensive lines, man. I'd say over.
All right, Burn.
I'm gonna say over. I don't think he'll really have a big impact on the Colts because the Colts have a good offensive line, better than the Jags and Texans.
Yep, he can damn get 5 of us a piece.
Supposed to have a good ass offensive line, but I'm gonna have to say over because Dan Quinn has done a good job with them.
Yep, I'm gonna say over. I'm gonna go 16 sacks. I'm gonna say you have 16 sacks, just right there by 16 sacks. Speaking before Slade left. Speaking of the Giants, over or under 6 wins this year for the Giants, Robert?
That's easy. Under. I can see him win at least 3 to 4 games because think about it. They still got goddamn Daniel Jones as a quarterback. For the what is entering his 5th year? They still can't. But obviously, with everything going on, but having Evan Neal and Keon Thibodeau, yeah, that's not going to be enough for them, the Giants, to do whatever. Well, technically, they should be called the New Jersey Giants because they're here in New Jersey. Goddamn fuckers.
Oh, you're on that lawsuit. Are you in that class action lawsuit too, Robert?
Yeah.
No, but if I was, I would not mind it because look, even though I live in South Jersey, at least I don't have to deal with people up in North Jersey, so I can tell that. So at least I don't have to deal with that shit.
You know what the rule is on that, right?
Yep. What's the rule, Robert?
The rule on that is that the NFL can have a 75-mile radius from the zip code of where they're currently at to host a team. So that's where they're going to lose that lawsuit because the Giants
doing it in Virginia.
Exactly.
Washington plays in.
Well, you got to think too because it's still in that DMV area, so it makes perfect sense.
Where the hell are you going to put a stadium in downtown New York City? Nowhere. No. You'd have to go up by Buffalo, and then it just kind of beats the whole point.
Yeah.
All right. Key, what you got on this one? 6 wins or under?
I'm gonna say exactly 6.
Okay, you got it.
I got it in the middle. I think they're capable. If Daniel Jones' receivers stay healthy, maybe they can get 7. But we don't know what the receiving core. Galladay, he can't stay on the field.
Kadarius Toney, he's questionable.
Y'all gonna for sure know Shepard can't stay on the field. And who dropped that wide open pass?
Oh, crap! What's his name?
Slayton. You talking about Slayton?
Yes.
Slayton.
Oh, Jesus Christ! And they don't know if Saquon can come back and he can stay healthy. So we just don't know what this Giants is. So I'm just gonna say 6. I'm gonna go 6.
Okay. Jeremy, over or under for the Giants?
I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna say 5. I said they get 5 wins.
and you stole my shit. All right, bro. Over under 6.
I really don't know what the Giants like because besides Evan Neal, what else did they do to the offensive line?
And they got Kayvon Thibodeau on the defensive end as well, but really nothing much. I mean, they got an overpaid wide receiver, Kenny Galladay, who can't stay on the field. Kadarius Toney can't stay on the field.
Hernandez still there?
I think he is. If I'm not
Evan Ingram, no, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone. Okay.
Evan Ingram's gone
with the Jags. But what else did they do to that offensive line besides
it's very little. I mean, they did cut the losses with Nate Solder, which let's be real, that should have been. Let's be real, Nate Solder was way past his prime. I'll say that much.
I give them under, but they have more wins than the Jaguars. I say that.
God damn. The Jaguars ain't getting much then. Jeremy, I'm not gonna say my answer because Jeremy already said my answer. 5 wins, just right. He said my answer. All right, so here we go. We got another new game before we get up out of here. This is the last segment. We're gonna end because Robert, got to stream Golden State and
tonight and tomorrow night. So I'm doing games 5 and 6.
So he's gonna be pretty busy.
Yeah, Robert, you gonna let me call a game since I got my voice back now? You gonna let me call some of them NBA games?
Hey, you want to pop on with me, Jeremy, tonight or tomorrow night?
No, not yet, man. I'm not that confident yet, but next week. I'm gonna come back.
And Jeremy, don't forget we got Boston, Miami on Friday at 8:30. I think it is.
Oh,
okay.
So we got likely or not likely. So the first one, Russell Wilson makes the playoffs. Robert, likely or unlikely?
I see that's likely because look, Russell Wilson. I think he's still a good quarterback for of his caliber. Even if that's a young Broncos team, they got playoff potential. Do I see going staying far? No, that's not likely. But are they going to reach it? Absolutely. I think they can reach it via the wild card. That's where I see the Denver Broncos.
All right, Key, what you got?
Russell, last name Wilson. It's tough. You don't, like you said, a new quarterback. Like Jeremy said, new everything. New quarterback, coaching staff. Everything's changed up in Mile High. But Russell still knows how to get things done. Could I see him making a wild card? Possibly. I can see that. I'm going to go and maybe say likely. Who's to say, whether they start off hot or cold or they win in the second half of the season. Who knows? But I'm going to say that's likely.
All right, Jeremy, what you got? Your Broncos. What you got?
The same thing that Robert and Key said, likely, and I think they're going to be a wild card team.
All right.
I think the AFC West gets 3 teams in the playoffs this year. I really do.
I do too. I think so.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jerry Jr. needs to stop locking up some damn baby formula and learn how to just keep his head straight.
Bird, what you got, Bird?
Alabama wide receiver at this point.
Go ahead.
This is another tough one because the offensive line, like the Broncos really didn't have a good offensive line. It depends on how well they develop an offensive line and give Russell Wilson enough time to throw. I give them a shot at the wild card, but other than that, I don't see it happening.
All right.
Bingo. He nailed it. That offensive line is going to make or break everything this year for the Broncos team. And they're going to find out that because nobody's talking about it in Denver, but it's going to rear its ugly head right in the first half, right in that second half of that season. Because that's a tough schedule after that bye week.
He's going to be like, I should have stayed in Seattle if I'm going to be running.
Yeah, you got to deal with Chandler Jones, Max Crosby, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chandler Jones. Whew.
All right, so like I said, I definitely got lightly because when I made my prediction, I got the Broncos going 10-7 in a wild card spot. So I do got likely. Like I said, I like Russell Wilson. I think he's one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league. Oh, top 6 quarterback still in the NFL when he's on the field. Now the shadiest thing that the Seattle Seahawks do, the man asked for an offensive line, he leave. Now all of a sudden they try to build an offensive line. All of a sudden when the man already asked for an offensive line, that's some shady. That's like a little slap in the face right there for Russell Wilson.
That tells you it wasn't the offensive line. That tell you it wasn't. That's what that says. It wasn't the offensive line that was the problem.
Yep. So
Benito with a home run. We're up 1-0.
By time.
Well, watch for how we blow that lead.
All right, so we got the next one. Likely or not likely, Kansas City makes the playoffs.
That's likely, but I feel like they're not going to go. I feel like
is that really a question?
Yeah, that is that even a question? I mean, it's likely, but I'll say, I mean, they're going to have a little bit of a tough road because who knows what. I mean, I think what the receiver core is going to be looking like, especially now with Juju, Sky Moore. Who else did they pick? I mean, they got Trent McDuffie on the secondary. What was that, Key?
They got Stanley.
Oh, I forgot about MVS. Yeah, MVS. That remains to be seen, but that's likely. But I don't see them going far in the playoffs. I really don't.
Robert, you're gonna eat those words.
Key?
Patrick Mahomes is gonna make you eat those words.
I like
that is crazy because three teams. Who's gonna be the odd man out? Will the Raiders go? You know they upgraded with Adams. The Chargers. It sucks to say that the Chargers might be the odd man out. Jake, don't hate me. But yeah, Mahomes is gonna get there.
All right, Jeremy.
Of course, it's likely. I'm gonna treat the Kansas City Chiefs just like I treated the New England Patriots. I'm gonna always bet on them until they prove otherwise. It is likely.
Burn.
Likely, because I like what they addressed the defense with Karlaftis and Trent McDuffie and Sky Moore. The coach gonna be mad they passed on him. Mark, I'm telling you, the coach gonna be mad they passed on Sky Moore.
Yeah. And by the way, every team in the AFC West is gonna have a winning record this year. I can guarantee you on that one. But like the only thing about it is they division, but outside of their division, they can beat anybody else outside of their division. Yes, they
absolutely
lose some games, but they can beat anybody else outside of the division. So everybody in the AFC West is gonna have a winning record. That's just how I'm gonna put it out there. I guess this is likely right here. I don't think nobody would disagree with this one, but we're gonna see. We just never know. You just never know on this one. Robert, the Eagles win the NFC East. You know, it goes back and forth, though. It goes back and forth. The Redskins, watch the Commanders will take one next year. Eagles could take this one this year. Cowboys can do it the very next year. So it's possible someone can, if the Eagles don't play right, someone can get it. But, well, how would you feel? What's that, likely or
I say likely because other than 2020 was the only exception that both us and Dallas sucked like ass. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing too with Washington can take advantage if we play like garbage, and so does Dallas. And we all know how the Giants are always bad too, so they don't count. But the last couple of years, it has come down to us and Dallas. I do believe we can win the division. Do I think we go far? Probably not. I mean, I feel like I think like ECG said, this is going to come all down to coaching and everything else in play call. Because if it doesn't go out, it doesn't go well. Well, I listen. My head's going to go through a plaster wall. That's all I can say.
All right, Key, what you got?
I'm gonna go like
She's holding her breath hard on that one. She's like,
we still in this division is still the NFC East. I don't care if I'm a diehard Eagles fan or not. This division stinks. It stinks. So I'm going to say likely.
Jeremy,
likely.
All right, Boy Burn, what's good?
Likely.
All right. So this is the last one, but then I'm add a bonus one in there. I'm gonna throw a bonus one at y'all. Carson Wentz will be benched this year, likely or not likely? Robert,
it's possible. I say likely.
Key.
I think it's possible, but you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb and say not likely. I think they rock with Carson.
Jeremy.
I think he cut out.
Yeah, he did cut out. All right, Burn.
Oh, shit.
Who's Carson Wentz playing for?
The Commanders.
Washington.
Yep, he gets benched.
Bird, what you got, my boy?
He benched. He's benched.
All right.
Man, you're under Dan Snyder's rule, man. Come on, we all know how that goes, man.
And not to mention, too, playing on a field that that's notorious for injuries.
All right, so go ahead. I got a bonus one for you guys. I think you guys are gonna end up loving this. I think you guys are gonna love this. Is the best one of it all. We can get the hell up out of here after this because my boy Robert got a stream coming up. Y'all make sure y'all pick that up. All right, so here we go. Likely or not likely? The Flyers, Philly. The Flyers make the playoffs. The make the playoffs. Or the Philadelphia 76ers get past the second round. Which one?
Unlikely.
Which one would you gamble on? Like, which one would you gamble on?
I would not gamble on either because I still can't trust the Flyers.
That's neither. No, and no.
I'll trust the Flyers over the Phillies.
I don't even trust that.
Jerry, you trust the Flyers over the Phillies?
Absolutely, because at least you still got Carter Hart. You know, you even got one of those on the Phillies.
though. That's the thing.
Hey man, you see how much goaltending matters in these playoffs.
That is
how
true.
much it matters. Yeah.
Hey, Bird, what you got, Bird? What you got?
Dante trolling.
I'm gonna say the Flyers because
That's a dang on shame. That is a shame.
Because the Marlins suck too. I can't talk. Marlins are dog.
Boy, man, the Marlins. That's bad. Man, Derek Jeter fist fucked you hard out on the way out the door. He's like, bye.
I should have stopped when Derek Jeter left. I should have just became a regular baseball fan. Because when they chose Derek Jeter over Kim Yin, that was the dumbest mistake they ever made.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never trust a New York Yankee. Ever. Do not trust a Yankee.
Hey, y'all show no love to the 76ers getting out the second round. Everybody, y'all picked the Flyers.
Hold on.
I threw the 76ers in there. I said, Flyers make the playoffs. The Phillies or the Philadelphia 76ers get out the second round. Get out.
Go 76ers.
The Sixers are going to make out of the second round unless if Harden still sticks around. I'm sorry, that's self-explanatory.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to do that.
God damn it,
I love messing with it. Anybody that team that had a hard time, I love messing with them, man. I just like a lot of reaction. But this is what's good, Philly.
Us Philly sports fans, we always have a goddamn hard time with it. The Phillies, the Eagles, Flyers. The only thing that's going to go good for us right now is the only thing that's going to go good for us for now in the city of Philadelphia is the Philadelphia Stars. That's pretty much about it.
Hey, shout out to everybody for coming in the chat. This is
you guys don't have the Philadelphia Soul anymore?
No,
Jeremy, they went bankrupt.
Oh.
I think they went bankrupt after they won their last championship, which is very stupid.
No, they didn't. They went bankrupt in 2018.
Oh.
I was a season ticket holder.
Holy shit!
Listen, Daryl Morey, go get some bench depth for the Sixers. You got.
Thank you. Like I've been.
Hey, everybody think that Daryl Morey won't pay James Harden that money.
I fucking hope he doesn't because,
I'm telling
like
you,
he said, I could drive all the way to Camden and punch him in the face if I wanted to.
That's coming. That's for the coming. That's for the coming. I might not.
I'd like smack him. Sense. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
We gonna pay him. Watch. I'm guarantee you.
I hope he. I swear to God, if he does, he's gonna piss off the entire Sixers fan base. I know it.
Yeah, but this is another closing edition the coaches corner, man. Make sure y'all check out my boy Robert, who's getting ready to go do the Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks game 5.
Yeah, since you guys killed it last time, almost at 24,000 views the first time.
Warriors trying to get to the NBA Finals, and Dallas trying to go back to Dallas, D-Town. Shout out to
yeah,
Keith,
for Game
CEO,
6, I think it is.
The CEO of the network. Shout out to my boy Vern, man. Been with me for about 4 or 5 years. Been supporting me. Really don't miss a stream like that. And my boy play-by-play guy. You say what?
I will not support the NBA next year. Go back to the early 2000s. Points after 3 points, 3 points, 3 points.
Yeah, I can see you. You rather watch the Marlins. You rather watch the Marlins suck than win support the NBA, huh? You rather watch the Marlins suck, huh?
Oh, you trolling.
I was saying the Miami Heat they're in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I'll say this too before we head out. I think the Western Conference Finals is much more fun to watch than the Eastern one. Place, holy crap! Does the Heat and Miami stink at shooting the basketball? God damn!
The only thing about it is just
it's all boring.
The only thing about the Eastern Conference Finals is just 3-2. That's it. The conference is more
boring if you want to be real.
Yeah, all the playoffs are boring.
Yep,
they're all blowouts.
Pat Riley,
boring as shit.
I'm watching more hockey than NBA.
Oh,
yep, I'm right there with you, Key.
Right
Matter of fact, I'm about to go watch the Oilers Calgary Flames game, Battle of Alberta. It's happening tonight.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my partner, play-by-play guy, Jeremy, Giants fan. You know, y'all go check him out, Broncos fan. And we kicking up in the high gear with the NFL.
San Francisco Giants.
College coming up soon. NFL coming up soon. So NBA is in the closing point. And this is another edition of Coach's Corner. Your boy Coach Dante, your boy Robert, your boy Key, and your boy Jeremy, and your boy Florida Boy Burn. Y'all go head over to Robert's stream. And we are out of here, Coach.
Go Gators.
Peace.
I heard they want the news. Well, we got it just for you. What's your team? Who your player? Who your crew? I heard they want the news. The spotlight is on you, and if you in the hot seat, it's times 2. I heard they want the news. Come tune in to the crew, but we got the hookup just like black and blue. I heard they want the news. Spotlight Sports, what it do? Hit subscribe and that like button too. I heard they want the news.